everyone. My name is Frank Lavinia, and there we go. There's my lower third with links to all my socials. And let's see, because on a previous stream, I talked about my book, and I wanted to make sure. Oh, there it is. Boom. Just a quick word from this. I had to block in my face. Anyway, my book is out, paperback Kindle, and it's at a cheaper price. Scan that QR code to find out more. So thanks for joining. And if you're wondering, like, hey, Frank, what's the deal? What's going on? What's going on? Well, as many of you may know, I have a new job at Red Hat, and I'm the principal technical marketing manager for a product called Rel AI. And I'm excited to make this announcement. And hang on. Yep, I am excited to make this announcement that was already made. It's available on our press release page. Dell also did a press release. And it's basically how Red Hat Enterprise Linux AI is now a preferred platform for AI deployments on Dell PowerEdge servers. And big fan of Dell, big fan of them, because I actually have my own little refurbed version of a Dell PowerEdge server. And we will see that how this is a great start to the product. Basically, it's validating Rel AI for AI workloads on PowerEdge servers. And, they can have greater confidence that these foundation, this hardware and software combination are tested and validated. And it simplifies the generative AI user, Gen AI user experience, right, with the creation of this, right, and really helps accelerate and how you can build, deploy, and run these on a software stack that is well trusted. So in here, I've not formally introduced Rel AI to my audience, but I figure, you know what? You can go check out this site, Red Hat Technologies, Linux Platforms / Enterprise Linux / AI, or use your search engine of choice. And but I think the best way to understand it is to watch this little video.
There's no question that generative AI is reshaping today's economic landscape as organizations see its potential to transform every aspect of their business. However, figuring out where to start.
Okay. Here, let's just launch this in YouTube. And I'll full screen it, and that way, here we go.
That generative AI is reshaping today's economic landscape as organizations see its potential to transform every aspect of their business. However, figuring out where to start can be complicated. From choosing the right AI model to accessing the tools and expertise needed to customize it with their own data, Red Hat can help organizations overcome these challenges with Red Hat Enterprise Linux AI. Rel AI offers out-of-the-box Granite large language and code models in a single server environment for development and inference. Because they're open source, they provide transparency on the datasets used in training them. Rel AI includes InstructLab model alignment tools, a community-driven.
Well, of course, my internet's not going to cooperate today. But in the interest of time and brevity, let me turn that off and explain what this was going to do. It's InstructLab basically lets you build out your own custom trained models using a taxonomy as well as zero documentation. I will have a lot more to say about this, but I was just so excited about this announcement from Dell that we're working with them, a hardware provider, because remember, AI really needs kind of, so from a data scientist point of view, it needs data, it needs algorithms, but it also, infrastructure point of view, it needs hardware, it needs GPUs, it needs all of this stuff to function, to work. And a lot of this is not exactly enterprise ready because, a lot of these are, let's see, will it play now? I feel like I'm back in
An approach to model tuning, designed to make it more accessible for developers and domain experts who may lack traditional data science expertise. This enables collaboration in tuning models and accelerates business results. Fully supported and indemnified by Red Hat, it is a de-risked, simplified approach to Gen AI that brings together the power of the open source community with enterprise-ready capabilities. And when you're ready to scale, Red Hat offers OpenShift AI, which supports distributed compute, monitoring, and lifecycle management of the same RHEL AI models you started with, now within an OpenShift AI architecture. Instead of struggling to figure out where to start with Gen AI, let RHEL AI provide the foundation model platform you need to address your use cases with your data faster. Learn more. Visit us today.
All right. So with that in mind, that's what I wanted to talk about, and that's what I wanted to stream about because I'm just so excited about this announcement from Dell. I think it's a great move, and I think you're gonna hear a lot more from me in the near future on this technology, as I did promise before. But I figured I would introduce folks to this and check out the press release. Until things are press released, I'm kind of not talking about some things. So if you're like, Frank, tell us, the day is not today, but soon, kids, soon. Speaking of kids, all the kids in Maryland here are back to school, at least the school systems I'm aware of. Comparatively, I guess we do go back late. A couple of years ago, they passed the, I think they call it the Ocean City Law. Virginia viewers will recognize the King's Dominion Law, where basically they didn't let kids go back to school until after Labor Day. Now Maryland has that. But Virginia kind of dropped that, and then Maryland picked it up because that's basically what these two states do. Is like, if Virginia does this, we're going to do it this way. If Maryland does it this way, we're going to do it that way, right? It is what it is. But hope you had a great Labor Day. My Labor Day was interesting. Ended up taking a little guy to urgent care because he had an ear infection. And and then one of my older kids thought he might have had strep throat, so we took him to urgent care. So it was definitely a experience with the medical community. And as I always do, whenever I end up in a hospital or a medical facility, I always think like, how much data does this field generate? Like, and how much of this could be, how much better can we make use of the data that we collect in encounters with physicians? Because basically, they go in, they talk to you, and they write stuff down. That was the urgent care. What was interesting, though, at one of the Johns Hopkins hospitals, there's signs everywhere saying, like, our providers use iPhones and iPads to help you with care. And I guess a lot of people would see the people like, tapping away on their iPhone, assuming that they're goofing off on TikTok or Instagram or texting their friends. But in reality, that's how they do their EMR system. And I think it's brilliant because it's a widely understood platform. There's hardly anyone that wouldn't understand how to use an iPhone these days. It also is a relatively commoditized hardware. And I know that totally violates the terms of what commodity means, but it's in terms of, Apple's a big company and you can get this kind of consistent experience. You write the software for that platform. I get that's why they chose that. As someone who was, although the PCs in the rooms at the hospital were, as I said, PCs, from what I can tell, they were running Windows. So it was an interesting kind of, experience. When I go somewhere, I'm always looking for the computer stuff and whatnot. Fun fact, when we were driving down the main thoroughfare in Pigeon Forge, it's called Veterans Road or Veterans Highway, one of the stores had a, your computer needs to be updated instead of the actual animation loop. And it was not that far from CrowdStrike. And the funny thing is, when you want to be helpful and you're in IT, and let me know, I bet a lot of IT people can relate to this. Your help isn't always appreciated. Like I went into the store, we were going in the store anyway, and I was like, hey, your sign's broken. He just looked at me and goes, okay. All right. I did what I could. But with that in mind, definitely check out the press release. Definitely learn more about Rel AI. There's plenty of great YouTube videos out there. Some of my colleagues have made them. Grant Shipley has just posted a video, I think either this morning or yesterday. And there's going to be a lot more I'm going to have to say on that topic. But definitely check out my book as well. Candace, I know, is always watching my feeds. She's my co-author on this. Check it out. This book is not affiliated with Red Hat, so I just want to say that there. But with that in mind, definitely check out Rel AI. I'll play the screenshot cap on the final thing where it shows the URL, but it's basically redhat.com/rel, RHEL-AI, and check it out. And of course, I don't know what is going on with my internet connection. It is frozen like that. But feel free to reach out and comment. Put it wherever you're watching this, whether it's YouTube, X, LinkedIn. Put some comments in, and I will answer them. I will find out how to get them. If you have any questions about Rel AI, and so with that, I'm going to end the stream. You have a lovely week, and catch you another time. Oh, that's the intro animation. I want to play. Well, okay. I got to play this one because this is a bit of a vanity animation I made. So here we go. All right. And here's the proper outro. There it is.